Hello, my name is Timothy Watson. I'm the Senior Litigation Partner at Provident Law in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today I'd like to talk to you about something important, and that is the legal doctrine in Arizona of adverse possession. Adverse possession is just a legal doctrine that settles the question of ownership to certain real property. Now, it's a complicated area of the law, but there are specific Arizona statutes that deal with adverse possession. One portion of those statutes is ARS 12-521 and 526. This statute specifically deals with what happens to real property when it's abandoned by one person and possessed continuously by another. The elements of adverse possession to prove in court, to prove ownership to real property by adverse possession, include the first element of actual possession. That just means possessing the land, using the land, keeping it in a way that a normal landowner would use the land. Secondly, is the possession must be exclusive. That means excluding others. That can be done with a fence or a barrier or just keeping other people off the property. Thirdly, the possession must be open and continuous. That just means open, it's not hidden, continuous, meaning it is for a continuous period. It's not interrupted by certain events or leaving possession to somebody else. Next is the element of hostile possession. Hostile doesn't mean mean or contentious or angry possession. It just means hostile or adverse to the possession or claims of other people, meaning someone who possesses the land possesses it to the exclusion of others. And finally, under ARS 12-526, the possession must be continuous for a period of at least 10 years. Once that 10-year period runs, that's when ownership by adverse possession occurs. So if the 10-year period hasn't run yet, the person cannot claim the property by adverse possession. If the 10 years is interrupted by a permission of the title owner or interrupted by a lack of possession, the 10-year period hasn't been fulfilled. It must be 10 continuous, uninterrupted years. Here at the firm, we recently had a case that was tried in court about this very issue. A landowner that we represented had a fence around the backyard of his property. That fence enclosed a section that was later disputed by the title owner, but it was after the 10-year period. After a trial, the jury concluded that yes, the Provident Law client possessed that disputed portion of property exclusively, openly, and continuously for a period of more than 10 years. And so the Provident Law client was awarded title and possession to that disputed area of property. Adverse possession is a very complicated area of the law, and these statutes are very complex. When consulting an attorney, you should always ask about their experience trying complicated cases in court before you retain them. Thank you very much.